Good morning, everyone. Please take this time to center yourselves, prepare ourselves to welcome Reverend Luz this morning. And please remember, silence your cell phones. Thank you.
Thank you, Miriam, for that really beautiful centering piece that you played for us. How beautiful that we have an opportunity to move from our head to our heart and set the intention to be right here, right now. So good morning, Unity of Roanoke. I am delighted to finally be here. A little raspy voice, but I'm here. And I wanted to take an opportunity to, before we do any welcoming, to say thank you. Thank you for your kindness. Thank you for your prayers. Thank you for your generosity that helped Joe and I get here. And so we know that we are where we're supposed to be, and we are ready and fired up. I am ready and fired up to be the minister here at Unity of Roanoke. So I am so grateful for you. Thank you. Thank you. Without further ado, I want to welcome each and every one of you that are right here, and those of you that are watching virtually. We are grateful for you. You fill the room and the ethers with your beautiful energy. So thank you for being here with us. Today's message is from fear to hope. And I pray that it will inspire you before you leave this sanctuary in a positive way. Inspire your life in a positive way, which is our mission here. And be able to bring that positivity and that change out into the world. So without any further ado, I'm going to, I believe this is, I'm learning. Thank you for being with us here today. God bless you.
So I think we're going to do It Came Upon a Midnight Clear. If you would all sing with me. They're just two verses, so. It came upon the midnight clear, that glorious song of all, from angels bending with the earth to touch their harps above. So the earth could will to men of precious light. The world is still in play. shall over all the earth. Such a splendor's day, and all works in matchless song, which now the Oh, y'all sound beautiful this morning. Sound like angels singing. Next, we'll do What Child Is This? What child is this who lay to rest on Mary's lap is sleeping, whom angels greet with anthems sweet, while shepherds watch are keeping? This is Christ the King, whom shepherds guard and angels sing. Haste, haste to bring him Lord, the babe, the Son of Mary. So bring him incense, gold, and myrrh. Come, peasant king, to own him, the King of kings, salvation brings, and loving hearts enthrone him. It's Christ the King, whom shepherds guard and angels sing. Haste, haste to bring him Lord, the babe, the Son of Mary. That was beautiful.
Thank you, Marion, for stepping in today and filling in while Janice is working on I think the core arts thing this morning. So let's take a moment, center ourselves, and remember what we have been called to be and what we have decided we want to be in our community and in this world. Together, centered in God, we embrace a world of love, peace, and abundance for all, and our mission is to inspire positive change in our spiritual lives and in the world. And now, again, I will reintroduce Marion McConnell. We all know Marion. She's been here quite a few times before, and she brings a joyous sound to us every time.
So, some of you may be Joni Mitchell fans. I am one. And this is a song she wrote back in the early, I'm sorry? No. Y'all couldn't hear me before? So this is a Joni Mitchell song, and I understand she wrote it when she was in Chelsea in England, when she and some friends had found some broken colored pieces of glass, and they collected them and made a little hanging mobile to sparkle in the sunlight. And then when she moved to New York City, she was in the city and kind of missing home, but she hung that mobile and it made little rainbows around the room. So it talks about what you hear and what you see and what you feel and being in the moment. So here we go. Woke up, it was a Chelsea morning, and the first thing that I heard was a song outside my window, and the traffic wrote the words. It came ringing up like Christmas bells, wrapping up like pipes and drums. Won't you stay? We'll put on the day, and we'll wear it till the night comes. Woke up, it was a Chelsea morning, and the first thing that I saw was the sun through yellow curtains and a rainbow on my wall. Blue, red, green, and gold to welcome you, crystal beads to beckon. Won't you stay? We'll put on the day. There's a sun show every second. Now the curtain opens on a portrait of today, and the streets are paved with passers-by. Papers fly and pigeons to lie, are waiting to go away. Woke up, it was a Chelsea morning, and the first thing that I knew, there was milk and toast and honey, and a bowl of oranges too, and the sun poured in like butterscotch, stuck to all my senses. Won't you stay? We'll put on the day, and we'll talk in present tenses. Now the curtain closes and the rainbow runs away. I will bring you incense, owls by night, by candlelight, by jewellight, if only you will stay. Pretty baby, won't you wake up? It's a Chelsea morning.
Thank you, Marion, for that fun and joyful music. Well, welcome everybody. My name is Rhonda Banner, and it's an honor and privilege to serve as your daily word reader today. Today's daily word is hope and faith, and we have had hope and faith for the new perfect minister to come to us, and we are so blessed. Our prayers were answered, that we got Reverend Luz and her husband. Thank you so much for being here with us. So my hope leads to deepen in faith. My hope leads me to deepen in faith. As Advent season begins, I feel a quickening, a renewal deep within me as I embark upon the spiritual journey leading to Christmas. Over the year, I may have hoped for lasting peace, greater love, or abiding joy. But as I have grown spiritually, I have learned to look for those things within, to claim them as aspects of my divine identity. Once I do that, I will begin to see them manifest in my life. Faith is how I begin to bring my hope to life. Like my other divine gifts, I always have faith. It's up to me to decide how to use it. When I choose to believe that peace will blanket the earth, love will heal our hearts, and joy will bring harmony to the world's people, I am using the power of faith to bring those visions to vivid life. And from John chapter 1, verse 5, the light shines in the darkness, and the darkness did not overcome it.
We've learned anything over the past year, we know that we are very flexible around here. And we skipped a little portion this morning. So Reverend Luz, if you want to come up and do the candles. And the opening prayer.
There's so much joy in the room and excitement that I said to Bill, I forgot to do this part. So as I light this Christ candle, would you please say the blessing? And one power in the universe and in my life, God the good, omnipotent. And today we're going to light the first Advent candle, the Advent candle for hope. Thank you.
Thank you. Flexibility, that's what it's all about. I told Chris Camper that yesterday. At this time, I'd like to invite the prayer chaplains who are serving today to please come forward. The prayer chaplains are available for prayer with you one-on-one after the service in our prayer chapel just to my right. They also will work with you throughout the week, give you a call. If you need one-on-one prayer during the week, we also have the prayer box. If you have someone that you would like to put in prayer or yourself, please do so. We have a box here. We have one in the foyer, and those are taken and prayed over, and then they are sent to Unity Village to be prayed on at Silent Unity for a full month.
Well, good morning, everyone. It's so wonderful to see you all. And if you're joining us online or watching on YouTube, we welcome you as well and invite you to join your prayer energy with ours. So as we go within, let's take a breath. Breathe in faith. Breathe in hope. And as we feel this faith and hope entering us, we feel our hearts soften and open. And as they open, we are filled. We are so filled with love and blessings. We say a prayer, special prayer on this day for all those who have placed names or situations in our prayer boxes. We hold them up for healing, and they are healed by love, and they were whole. We are always whole, for we are made in the image and the likeness of our source, and that is love. So may we be filled with the faith and the hope of this season, and allow the Christ to be born in us this day, and illuminate our path and fill us with the joy of living. And so it is. Amen.
And as we prepare for meditation, Marion will lead us in as we sing Silent Night.
This time of our service is always so very special. Gives you an opportunity to go deep within and reflect. So I'm inviting you right now to get as comfortable as you can where you are. Perhaps maybe put your feet firmly on the ground to feel the energy of the earth. Maybe lay your hands opened as receiving on your lap. Whatever is most comfortable for you. And I invite you now to gently close your eyes if that's something that's comfortable for you as well. And as we do this, I invite you to take a very slow and gentle, deep breath. Allow that breath to help you make that journey from your head down to your heart, to go deep within your inner sanctuary, to know with assurance that there and always there, you are one with the infinite one. All that you need is always within you and only a breath away. So continue to breathe slowly, intentionally, relaxing your body, quieting your mind, and opening your heart. Breathe. And with each breath, feel your heart filled with gratitude for the knowing that where you are, God is at all times. Breathe in hope. And breathe out anything that disturbs that hope within you. What is hope to you? Sit with that for a moment. What is it? I want you to use the eyes of your imagination and allow yourself to go to a place where you feel safe, whatever that may be. It could be somewhere in your own home, perhaps somewhere in nature. See yourself there. Relaxed, comfortable. And ask yourself, what is it that you hope for? Children sometimes hope for gifts, toys during this time of the year. But what do you hope for? Deep in your soul, what does your soul long for? Perhaps it's peace in your life and in the world. Perhaps it's love. Perhaps it's more joy. Whatever that is, wrap that up with hope. And then ask yourself, in the silence, what must I release to be able to hold strong to the hope of that which I desire in my life and in the world? So as you go in the silence, listen very deeply to what is yours to release today and in this season. Our hope is in the Christ within us. And we willingly let go of that which Spirit has revealed we need to release. And we embrace this hope with new energy, new vision, new understanding that there is a power within us that is greater than all things. And that which we hope for, we can become right here in the world. So now I invite you to take another gentle breath. Perhaps let it out with a sigh. All is well. All is as it should be. Our hope is strong in the presence of the I am that we are, right here, right now, and always. You may open your eyes this time if you feel you're ready to. Namaste.
I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. You are so blessed. You are so blessed. You are so grateful for all that you have. You are so blessed. You are so blessed. You are so grateful. You are so blessed. We are so blessed. We are so blessed. We are so grateful for all that we have. We are so blessed. We are so blessed. We are so grateful. We are so blessed.
We are indeed so very, very blessed. Every moment, with every breath, may we remember that, who we are and how very blessed we are. So my message today is titled, From Fear to Hope. Today is the first Sunday of Advent season, which goes on for 29 days. And just before Christmas, it ends. And it's a really, really sacred time of the year. We forget because we get so busy with all the busyness of getting ready, for the holidays, shopping and cooking and cleaning and inviting friends and going out, all those things which are wonderful. But the most wonderful thing of this season is that where we begin to prepare our hearts, that place where we fill ourselves with expectation and excitement. And it's a waiting time for us to prepare within ourselves once again the rebirth of the Christ in consciousness, to be in that place of knowing that this is a time to empty ourselves of those things that have hindered us from being able to experience that amazing relationship that we have with Spirit, and to know why we are here. So Advent is a really, really special time of the year. And I love the nativity story, don't you? I just love reading it and telling it, and I love it even more now that I understand it with different eyes. I see it metaphysically as a symbol of our own personal journey, making that journey down to our Bethlehem, that place of substance where we can nourish ourselves. And it's not always easy. It's the story of hope and of faith and of love and of courage and of surrender. And it's our story. Every single character, every place, everything in that story is a part of us. The traits that we will see in these characters are deep, lie deep within our own consciousness. And so I speak today, see where these characters fit in with you. The central character in this picture begins with Mary. Mary in this story represents the pure soul that magnifies the Lord and prepares herself for that higher life. Her willingness to bear the holy child symbolizes that the soul is ready. It's ready to give full expression to the Christ within. And when the angel Gabriel shows up at Mary, she was afraid. Even though she was ready, she was prepared. And remember what it says? The angel says to her, she says, Mary, thou art highly favored. The Lord is with you. The Lord is with you. Mary, obviously stunned, had not had that experience, was afraid. But so gently, Gabriel says to her, do not be afraid, Mary. Don't be afraid. You have found favor with God. You will conceive and give birth to a son, and you shall call him Jesus. He will be great and will be called the Son of the Most High. And you know what Mary does? Even though she was afraid, even though so many things must have flooded into her mind, so many thoughts, without any fear, much of the fear may have been there, but without allowing that fear to overcome her, she responds, here I am, the servant of the Lord. Let it be according to your word. What beautiful words when we can say, here I am, Lord. I surrender. I release. I let go. Because I want nothing more than to be a full expression of what I am. So it's important to recognize that in this story, because sometimes we just kind of sanitize things a little bit, But here is this young girl. She was a young girl. Some people say she was maybe 13, 14. She was anywhere between 13 or 17 years old. And she was betrothed to Joseph, which means that she was engaged. And in those days, being engaged was just as binding as being married. And I could only imagine with me, what this bride-to-be must have been thinking in her mind before the angel Gabriel came. She must have been imagining how life with Joseph was going to be like, or what their home was going to be like, or how many children they would have and how they would raise those children together. All these things in Mary's life. And now this news comes in, and her world is about to be turned upside down. How many of you have had your world turned upside down? Yeah. It doesn't warn you. It just happens. And so her world was turned totally upside down. She had never been with a man, and now she was going to be seen in that culture carrying a child. In an ancient Jewish culture, an unwed woman carrying a child was stoned to death. And yet, despite knowing this, despite knowing that she must release her dream, despite knowing that her whole life, her very own life, was in jeopardy, she still said, "Here I am, Lord. Let it be according to your word." In this instance, Mary represents for us our inner spiritual awareness, our intuition that is not inclined to say no to spirit. I know. Sometimes we resist, but spirit, that tender, purified soul that we've worked on to be able to release doesn't allow us to say no. We yield to the guidance of spirit. And then in the story, there's Joseph. Imagine his shock when he sees Mary returning from Nazareth after seeing Elizabeth, and he realizes that though they were not married, Mary is pregnant. Imagine that shock. And so Joseph immediately goes to his intellect. Immediately. I mean, he wonders, what do I do here now? I don't want to shame her. I'm going to have to secretly divorce her. This way, no one would really feel that they needed to shame Mary. He felt, of course, that to do this was the right choice, because he was leaning onto his own understanding. Can you relate? Yes, we can relate. And so, but the same angel that appeared to Mary appeared to Joseph, and also says to Joseph, "Joseph, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to marry Mary and take her as your wife." That Joseph trait in us sometimes becomes quite strong. But we want to rely on our intellect, and we forget that the best guidance that we can ever have is to be in stillness and listen to the inner voice that will guide us and lead us. We have to move from our head to our heart. And so the symbol here of Mary joining with Joseph in marriage is that very thing. The joining of the head, the mind, the intellect, with the intuition of the heart, and allowing the heart to be what leads. Ever felt that in your own life? Sometimes that Joseph trait shows up almost in, the tiniest things of life. You ever been going out somewhere and you feel in your intuition, you feel it. Don't go down that road. Take a different road. And somehow, your head says, "No, this is the road I've always taken. Why should I go another road?" Blah, 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 whatever we do. And what happens? We get caught in traffic. And oops, we should have listened, right? Or what happens when sometimes you're not feeling so well? That happened to me recently. I wasn't feeling so well, and Joe had said, "You want to go to the doctor?" And I said, "Nah, it's going to be okay. It's going to be fine, And you don't go until maybe the very last minute. And luckily there was something really seriously wrong, but there are times when we wait too long because we did not listen to the inner guidance that was telling us to do that. Follow your inner guidance. It never steers you wrong. And so finally, Joseph decides to do that. At first he was resistant, but then he softened because something happened to him. He got a glimpse of the bigger vision while he was in a dream. You see, when we go within, when we are settled and rested and quiet in that inner place, we can get the greater vision. We can see it. And we have that opportunity to grasp it and hold on to it with hope. Both Joseph and Mary had to release their fear. They had to release their worry. They had to release their doubt, their emotional pain of letting go of a dream that laid before them. And to be able to embrace that greater vision. And they were willing to do that. And we must too be willing to do that. Be willing to let go of the fear and embrace the hope, the opportunity that something greater than we can ever imagine is unfolding in divine order. Can we trust that? Can we believe that? Can we walk in that? You see, no one ever said that this journey was going to be a piece of cake. No. Know that song? I beg your pardon. I never promised you a rose garden. No, it's not a piece of cake. Jesus said to his very own disciples before leaving them, he says, I told you these things so that in me you may have peace. In this world you will be troubled, but take heart. I have overcome the world. Who is he talking about? Who is this I? It is the Christ in you and in me, the I am. That was in him and is also in us. So do not be afraid when things seem to be going out of control. So much messiness. It's probably trying to make way for something greater. This is a devotional book that I picked up. It's a little skinny little book by John Pavlowitz. And in it, the title of the book is Low and Honest Advent Devotional. And in it he says, we tend to sanitize the birth experience of Jesus. We fashion it into a pristine, shimmering nativity scene adorned with gold accents that reside comfortably on the hallway table or on a mantle or underneath the tree. It becomes so benign and serene that we forget the visceral reality of that moment. It was hard. It was loud. It was messy. Maybe chaotic. Just as childbirth is. Just as childbirth is. So my question to you, is it possible that what the world is experiencing right now is this intense labor pains of birthing the Christ collective consciousness? Is that possible? And it's going to be chaotic, and it's going to be messy, and it's going to be loud. We're seeing such an epidemic of cruelty and a lack of empathy, and that leaves people feeling isolated and alone. There are many, many, many grieving, struggling, fearful people on this planet today, and they're hanging on by the thinnest of threads, heroically restraining despair and worrying not only with what's going on in here, but what's going on here. What's going on here. They're doing the very best they can, but sometimes with little help or with little hope. They need, this is a time that we're being called into. This is why we came. They need those that hold onto hope, who know a greater truth, who have a bigger vision to help make their best doing a little bit easier. You know, hope is not a fragile thing. We tend to think it's just a feeling. No, a feeling, it's just being optimistic. No, hope is a desire for that which is greater to manifest. And guess what? Hope ignites faith. It grounds you in faith. And when you're grounded in faith, you know the truth. And you live and walk by it. You don't have to see it. You just know it in your heart. So there was hope in Mary's culture too, you know. There was hope that the Messiah would appear and would release them from all their oppressors. Then the angel appeared to Mary, and what it was really saying to Mary, when I read those words this weekend again, it inspired me. I said, oh, I get it. I know what he was saying to Mary. He was saying, Mary, are you willing to carry and deliver the love of God? Are you willing, Unity of Roanoke, to carry and deliver the love of God within you? Because that is what the world needs. For us to be the hands, the feet, the eye, the vehicle through which the Christ expresses itself. And we cannot do that until we ourselves create a pure heart. Let go of what hinders that. He said we get to play that role of Mary in this very moment in the history of this planet, where there's so much sadness, so much fear, so much disconnect. We, you and I, are similarly pregnant with a capacity to bring peace and kindness and healing and compassion and forgiveness to this world. So today, I ask you to think about what Christ-like trait is lacking in the world today. What's lacking here in our world? And realize that you're now being invited during this Advent season to give birth to that. Maybe it's compassion that you're being asked to give birth to, or forgiveness, or generosity, but to be more courageous and step up for the truth and justice. Maybe it's kindness that you're being asked to birth. Whatever that is, Spirit will tell you. This is, for us, this Advent season is more than buying gifts and celebrating. I can't even find my tree. And so I'm so glad that this Advent season I can focus on what's really real, what really matters. It's a time to let goodness form within us and then find a way to release it to the world. It will be the best Christmas we can give to each other, honestly. The world that Jesus was born into was not like on ours today. It was very violent and extraordinarily cruel and built on force. But then a new life, the dawn of the Christ, became aware in that man Jesus, in his consciousness. And he began to teach about love, and he began to teach about the kingdom of heaven and our oneness with the infinite one. And he did his greatest work without a military, without treasury of force, just with the absolute teaching and the practice of love that brought hope to transform the lives. So the world is becoming smaller, right? But the need for peace, the need for something greater has become bigger. And for us to birth that into the world, we need to let the trait of Mary be greater in us, so that we may inspire, that we do our mission to inspire positive change in our spiritual lives, and then go out and do that in the world. So will you join me? I'm inviting you to join me this Advent season in preparing the way in our hearts for the rebirth of the Christ consciousness. Work with me in letting go of anything that hinders us. For what awaits us is great. You and I will do amazing things together. But only when Christ is first. When we allow the Christ in us to lead us. And so I leave you with this one verse from the book of Isaiah. And don't forget it. It's such a powerful verse. Unto us a child is born. Unto us a son is given. And the government shall be upon his shoulders. And his name shall be Wonderful, Counselor, the Mighty God, the Everlasting Father, and the Prince of Peace. Namaste.
I just want to savor every word and every part of your message. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm sure I'm not alone in that. Beautiful. I prayed in church today with both eyes open wide, looked at the stained glass ceiling of leaves against blue sky. A cardinal on a dogwood branch took flight with all my prayers up through beams of sunlight like heaven's golden stairs. I sang in church today with a choir of joyful birds, robins, warblers, owls, the sweetest song I've heard. I heard a voice speak softly when I listened to the wind, like an organ playing, the creek flowed without end. In this church, when it's raining, I still feel the sun, the source of life, blessing me until the day is done. In this church, in the darkness, I still see the light shining back from the moon. Everything's alright. I knelt in church today on solid limestone ground, my cathedral forest, reverence all around. The gentle breeze embraced me, I felt it brush my skin, my fingers touched a fallen leaf, I will return again. In this church, when it's raining, I still feel the sun, the source of life, blessing me until the day is done. In this church, in the darkness, I still see the light shining back from the moon. Everything's alright. I prayed in church today.
Thank you, Marion. I love when you do that song. I really like that song. So I'm inviting the ushers to come forward. And after we bless our gifts, the ushers will invite you row by row to come forward, place your gift in the basket, and receive an affirmation to bless you this week. And even if you give electronically, or if this is not your Sunday to give, please come forward and add your energy to the basket by placing your hands over it. We invite our online viewers to check the description box for ways to donate. Remember to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. And we have selected an affirmation for you today at home. And I'm giving the affirmation from today's Advent booklet, or the Advent for today. I have faith. I am God's goodness in expression. So everyone, let's say our offertory blessing together. Divine love flowing through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I am open to receive. Thank you, Father, Mother, God.
blessings of life be with you. May the sunshine warm your heart. May the love of Christ enfold you and never from you part. And ever as you wander, wherever you are led, may the grace of God's protection be always on your head. May the blessings of rain be with you as it gently falls to earth. May it bring to your life like the flowers renewal and rebirth. And ever as you wander, wherever you are led, may the grace of God's protection be always on your head. May the blessings of earth be with you as you tread upon the sod. And when you rest beneath it, may your soul quickly fly to God. And ever as you wander, wherever you are led, may the grace of God's protection be always on your head. May the blessings of life be with you. May the sunshine warm your heart. May the love of Christ enfold you and never from you part. And ever as you wander, wherever you are led, may the grace of God's protection be always on your head. May the blessings of rain be with you as it gently falls to earth. May it bring to your life like the flowers renewal and rebirth. And ever as you wander, wherever you are led, may the grace of God's protection be always on your head. May the blessings of earth be with you as you tread upon the sod. And when you rest beneath it, may your soul quickly fly to
Thank you again, Marion. So please join me in affirming the abundance we share here at Unity of Roanoke Valley. Together, Unity of Roanoke Valley is abundantly blessed. Creative people are drawn to us, divine ideas flow through us, financial resources bless us, and we accomplish mighty works together. So let's see what's going on up here on the hill this week. If you are visiting with us today for the first time, please join us after service for some fellowship in the fellowship hall. If this is your first time with us here at Unity of Roanoke Valley, please come to the bookstore. We have some gift packets that we'll give to you there with a little more information about Unity. And there's a little gift inside for you. Our annual Christmas dinner and dance is this Friday. Today is your last chance to buy tickets. Tickets are $25 per person and are on sale today. We'll have a cash bar with beer, wine, and a special Christmas sangria. Angel tickets are appreciated. Tickets are $25. And if you're paying cash or check, please pay in the fellowship hall. If you need to pay by card, please come by the bookstore. We'll ring you up there, give you a receipt to take to them to get your tickets. Do you want to serve the Unity community? Consider signing up to run for our board of directors. A sign-up sheet is in the fellowship hall, and our board elections are coming up in late January. And Rodney Marston would like to come forward and just say a little bit about what being on the board has meant to him.
Thanks, Bill. Good morning, everyone. So I'm here to tell you something exciting again. Board elections are coming up, and I'm here to share with you what it has done for me. I had a talk to tell you today prepared, but you know, after this incredible message that we just heard, I just wanted to share you, when I was asked to join the board or run for board, I went to the head and I thought, you don't know how to do this. You can't pray, you're scared to pray out loud. You're scared to talk to people in public. All these things was in my head and I kept thinking, I can't do this. But my heart kept telling me, Rodney, you need to do this. So I followed my heart. And it's been a complete blessing, and a blessing in that so many ways. But all those things that I was afraid of doing, I was in a loving group of people to learn how to do these things and do them better. So if you feel like you can't do these things, you can do them. Because the board of directors that we work with right now are a great group of people. We work cohesively. We may not always agree during our meeting, but by the time we leave, we have a consensus as a group. So I tell you, if you want to help yourself and help community at the same time, do it. Oh, and also see Joni see Joni. She's heading the team, and she will be glad to put your name in. Thank you.
Thank you, Rodney. And them working together has really shown itself here in this church over the past year as we have just hung on, and we knew the right person was coming along. Thank you in advance to all those who have supported or are supporting the project for the Green Magic Group. Here's what we do. We collect grocery bags, soft plastics number 2 and number 4, films, etc. We have bins to drop them off to, and you can weigh the collected material and log the date and weight. Take a phone photo and turn it in to us to be posted online. Take to a participating film and bag recycling partner. We will be dropping these off at Food Lion, Kohl's, Kroger, etc. And think of people, excuse me, think of people you know who may have soft plastic waste as part of their job and offer to pick it up for them, or perhaps someone who is just unable to do that. See our information table in the foyer and pick up a hand post to post on your refrigerator as a reminder. 2024 calendars are available in the bookstore, $1 a piece, but we do have a limited quantity. So get yours today. Start planning your new year. Our board of directors representative this week is Joni Jones. Reach out to Joni. She's right here. Just put her hand up with any questions, feedback, or messages from the board. And I'd also like to just take a moment to thank Greg Riley, Donna Haley, Josh Schrader, and Chris Cameron for their wonderful job decorating the church for the holidays. They did a wonderful, wonderful job, I believe. And are the kids, I don't see or hear, they are ready? Okay. Well then, let's bring in the kids. Looks like we had a full house of kids today.
Hello, everyone. Hello, friends. So nice to see everyone. I just wanted to mention that after the service today, for anyone who's going to be in the Christmas pageant, which we will be sharing with you next Sunday during this 11 o'clock service, our first rehearsal is after this service. Anyone who is staying for the rehearsal, there is food for you in the kitchen. So you should go into the kitchen to get your lunch and preserve that food that is out in the fellowship for all of these people. So swarm the kitchen, not the dining room. And I wanted to share with you that the Sunday after our pageant, which is December 17th, we will be having a children and teen Christmas party during the 11 o'clock service. And if you would like to join us for that, please sign up in the fellowship hall on the sign-up sheet along the table that has all the sign-up sheets. Finally, the teens, I think, are aware that we have a teen sleepover, lock-in, next Saturday, December 9th. I think arrival time is around 4 p.m., thank you. And you'll be staying here until through the service and the pageant on Sunday the 10th. All right. Who do we have to share what has happened in our children's church today, children and teen church? Elijah. Oh, here you are. You're right here and ready. Elijah, tell us about something about what happened in the service in your church today.
Today, we learned that compassion is when someone loves something or someone.
Thank you. Thank you, Elijah. And how about our teens? Is someone going to share from the teen? Let's not waste.
Hey, hello. Okay, sorry. Today, we learned about loss and how we grieve over either friendship or loved ones, and how we talked about the process of grief and how important it is to reach that acceptance point. It just lifts your heart and makes you feel so much better.
Thank you, Aurora. The teens are wrapping up the last 2 lessons in their curriculum about relationships. So it's been a valuable, I think, curriculum for them all.
All right. Well, thank you, kids. We do appreciate it. Oh, okay.
Sure.
We wanted to officially welcome Reverend Blues today with a bouquet of tulips, and welcome to Roanoke, and welcome to Roanoke of Unity of Roanoke Valley. Thank you, Reverend Blues.
So, and now, since it is the first Sunday of December, if you have a birthday in December, please come forward. Let us bless you with the birthday song. Here comes Art and Dave, and all right.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, you're wonderful. Happy birthday to you.
Okay. All right. Well, let's join hands and we'll do our peace song.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Yes, there is peace on earth, a peace that was given to me. With God as Creator, as children all are we. Let's be one with each other in perfect harmony. Yes, peace begins with me. Yes, this is the moment now. With every step I take, yes, this is my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each now in peace eternally. Yes, there is peace on earth, and
And so, as we begin this Advent season, let's go out there today and remember from Romans 15:13, may the God of hope fill you with all joy and peace in believing, so that you may abound in hope by the power of the Holy Spirit. And we go forward knowing our prayer for protection. Together,
the light of God surrounds us, the love of God enfolds us, the power of God protects us, and the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Go tell it